HBO is now jumping in the pool of sexy island-based dating shows with F-Boy Island, hosted by Nikki Glazer. I gotta be honest, I saw this and I was like, what are you doing? HBO, no. What are you doing? You're way too far behind on this. Every network in the world is putting sexy singles into a villa. It's been done, you're way behind. Also, F-Boy Island. It's called F-Boy Island. Come on. We all know what you really wanted to call it. Frick Boy Island. Just say it. Why not just say it? Just make it Frick Boy Island. So yeah, I didn't have high hopes because it's like between Love Island, Too Hot to Handle, it's like I'm villaed out. I know what these shows look like. It's a bunch of abs, a bunch of boobs in the sun. Make a dating show in Manitoba in the middle of the winter in a house with no heat. And everyone's wearing just full-on parkas and ski suits. And they gotta figure out whether or not they're attracted to each other. That would be a show that I would watch now. They're hooking up and they're just peeling off like layer after layer after layer of clothing. Like, how many fucking long johns are you wearing? She's like, it's -40. What are you expecting me to do? I would watch that show. So I wasn't excited for this. I wasn't even gonna watch it. And then they sent me this fucking cooler in the mail with some stupid bullshit in it. So I was like, I don't know. I looked at it and I was like, okay. I'll watch the first episode. I'll see what it's all about. And I gotta admit, guilty as charged, I was pleasantly surprised. After watching the first episode, I am feeling compelled to watch the rest of the season, and I'll tell you why. This is my official F-Boy Island Episode 1 review. Let's slap into it. So, the concept of the show, it's 3 girls and like 24 guys. It's way too many dudes. Absolute sausage party. Half of them are self-proclaimed F-boys, frick boys, that are just in it for the cash prize at the end, and half of them are self-proclaimed nice guys. And the girls have to like flirt with them and eventually end up with someone, and their hope is that it's a nice guy, and they slowly filter out the F-boys. So it's like Among Us for chads. My first inclination was like, how can you trust how these guys classify themselves? Like, dudes are horrible at classifying themselves. People in general are horrible at classifying themselves. Even the term nice guy has been completely ruined by dudes online that are like massively insecure and hate women. So how can you trust dudes calling themselves nice guys? Is that what they mean when they say nice guy? And who is actually willing to sit in an interview room and be like, yeah, I'm a frick boy. I will manipulate these women and play with their emotions for the cash prize at the end. That's a really intense thing to admit to an entire nation of people. But casting did a fantastic job, I'll tell you that. They really did. Because the frick boys are just like shameless with their intentions.
I'm Garrett, and I'm a certified F-boy. I'm the king of the F-boys. When it comes to women, 10 out of 10, I don't lose.
I mean, come on, my man Garrett. What a fucking loser. Imagine saying, I'm a certified F-boy. My name's Garrett, and I'm a certified F-boy. Imagine saying that and not wanting to throw yourself into oncoming traffic.
I mean, look at this smile.
So that's Garrett. He kind of ends up being like the villain of the first episode because he's just so shameless with his actual intentions. So he's super aggressive with one of the girls like near the beginning of the show, and she kind of takes a liking to him because she's like, oh, this guy's very assertive, whatever. And then he goes, like, she eventually starts to like him even more. They go on a date together, and the whole time it's cutting to him in the interview room, and he's just like, yeah, I do not care about this girl. I am playing her.
When you look at me, sometimes it can be intimidating. So letting them know that I'm a safe place to go to, it's the way that I get them to believe that I'm a nice guy.
Could you get like a douchier guy? This is awesome. This is fucking awesome. Fantastic job casting. Yeah, I know. Looking at me like, I get it. You're intimidated. Is it the long, tangly hair that's half wet all the time? Is it? Is it my loose-fitting shirt that I've been wearing for fucking a year straight every single day? But then I toy with your emotions a little bit, and that's how you know that I'm a safe place. Crazy. Also, I love how the career that they listed for this guy is Bitcoin investor. Bitcoin investor. That's not a career. It's not a job. It's not. I mean, if it said like Bitcoin trader or like crypto trader or something, like you're actively buying and selling cryptocurrencies every day, that's a job. Bitcoin investor, that's like saying somebody buys Apple stock one time and they're like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm an Apple stock buyer. Bought it way back in the day and just been kind of sitting on it. It's worth a lot. It's worth a lot these days. Okay, but what's your day to day? Just sitting, I just stare at my Fidelity account, honestly. Just look at that Apple stock. We got some other odd jobs too. We got this guy, Peter, who is a childcare / influencer, which, I mean, I guess that's kind of exactly what Kelsey is. And then there's this guy who is a fridge deliverer. And by the way, he's actually a great example of the nice guys on the show. We've seen kind of like he said, the king of the F-boys or whatever, and he really is, but he's a good representation of the other F-boys on the show. This guy is a good representation of, I think, the other nice guys in the show, personally. They're just like kind of too nice. And I don't know, this guy's like too high to ever be anything but nice, I'm pretty sure.
Who are you? Describe yourself.
I was gonna exactly ask you that same question.
Okay.
My name is?
Paul.
Who am I? Like, what do you want to know?
That's the most pothead way ever to ask that question. Who am I? She's like, I don't know. What do you mean? You tell me. Yo, who am I though? Real talk. Like, you tell me. Who am I? Who am I? Who are any of us, really? We're all just kind of connected, like, at the cellular level, if you think about it. Like, are we all one? Makes you think. Anyways, good to meet you. Daps her up.
So,
Why are you here?
I'm an F-boy.
Okay.
I'm a fridge boy. I move refrigerators for a living.
Oh, okay, that's funny.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's not. It's not funny. It was a good attempt at something, but it wasn't funny. And that's kind of I feel like that's a good representation of like the nice guys. I mean, they're kind of just like aloof, and the F-boys are all like mega douchebags. And it's up to the women to somehow find someone in the midst who is like a nice mix of both, which I guess is kind of the plight of the modern straight woman anyways. So out of the 3 women, 2 of them are like relatively chill, and the third one stands out because at the beginning she describes her, like what she's looking for in a partner like this.
I like silly guys, I like dumb guys, like dumb and fun. If you're too smart, you're not gonna love me pranking you and like pretending I've been arrested. Like, it's not gonna be fun.
Okay, dope. She's looking for a guy she can prank. She's a prankster. Hell yeah. In other words, she's looking for a guy she can start a family vlog channel with after the show. She also can't really stop talking about how much of a brat she is, like when she's talking to guys, and I don't know who in her life told her that was like a sought after characteristic, but it almost certainly is not, I don't think.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good? Well, it's nice to finally meet you.
You too.
Yeah, I want to know more about you, though. How do you view life?
I'm bratty.
Okay. How's that show up in relationship?
I'm bratty. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go hit on one of the guys.
I'd like to shoot people who balance me.
Really? Huh.
If someone matches my energy all the time, we're gonna get arrested. I have my dramatic moments.
So you got a little toxicity?
I would not say toxic. I think that's a
What would
very
you say?
harsh
What is
word. Bitch, do not call me toxic.
God, I mean, it's being a little bit toxic right now. That's actually a good segue into my next point. I've talked about how in previous reality shows how the flirting, especially in the first episode, is always really, really bad. Just like the social interactions in general are always really awkward and weird. Well, it is 1,000 times worse in this show. Like, just put 22 dudes who don't know each other anywhere, and it's bound to be the most laughable social interaction ever. Like, even before the hosts or the girls come out, all the guys are just standing in the villa, like, getting to know each other. It's just like, just way too many daps going on, They're just saying weird shit like this.
Bro. What's up, Cody? What's up? There gotta be some nice parties going on here.
And then he just says that to nobody. Like, nobody even acknowledges the fact that he just said that. Just says it to the sky. There gotta be some nice parties going on here. Filler phrases that alpha dudes use when they feel awkward.
Fuck, bro, you ready for this shit, man?
Yes, sir.
Bro, let's go.
Right there. You can Bro, you ready for this shit, man? Let's go. Yes, sir. You could take that piece of dialogue right there, isolate it, and just use it in literally whatever the fuck you're about to do. That never doesn't work, honestly. Snowboarding. Bro, you ready for this shit, man? Yes, sir. Let's go. Bar hopping. Yo, you ready for this shit, bro? Yes, sir. Let's go. Doing pottery with your bros. Bro, you ready for this shit, bro? Yes, sir. Let's go. All right, I'll guide you. So again, this is before the girls even come out and it's already awkward. So then they just drop 3 girls in the mix and they're like, all right, go. Get to know each other. It's like dropping a little piece of bread in like a koi fish pond. You know what I'm saying? They're all like, ah! They're all like, there's a little bit of structure. Like at the beginning, the girls pick 3 guys each that they find attractive, that they want to talk to a little bit more, private chats. But other than that, they're just like, all right, like full contact flirting, get to know each other. So of course, all the alpha guys are like, well, I gotta be assertive. I gotta assert my dominance. So they're all like, excuse me, do you mind if I talk to you for a second? And then another guy comes in and is like, actually, I would like to talk to her for a second. Third guy comes in, your guys' time is up. It's actually my turn to talk to her. Actually, yo, it's my turn to talk to her. I would like to talk to her. Bro, actually, it's my turn to talk to her. Meanwhile, the girls are like, I don't know.
DJ, I feel a little weird energy with her. She wasn't giving me a lot. So, you know, I see Sarah like surrounded by dudes. I have to shoot my shot. I gotta get into the club.
I see Sarah already surrounded by dudes, and I thought, I might as well get in there too. That was my first thought. I might as well be another fish in that sea of dudes.
All right, guys, I hate to bother you, but Sarah, can I have a little bit of your time?
Sure. Where should
There's 4 guys already talking to her. He's like, excuse me, actually, may I talk to you now? Also, it's funny because this kind of style, unfortunately, doesn't really work for nice guys, so it ends up in the most awkward moment of the show, in my opinion, which is this. I get really bad, like, secondhand embarrassment, and so this one's really bad for me.
My name is Garrett, and real talk, I would love to have 2 minutes with you.
Did that make you feel weird? That made me feel weird. I don't know. Like, ear whispering, that's a risk. That's a serious risk. If you've never met someone before and you're not at like a loud ass club, just lean in and just like, hey yo, real talk, I would love to have 2 minutes with you. What are you doing? I'm talking to 6 other guys right now. Hey yo, real talk, I would love to just get 2 minutes of your time to tell you about the good word of the Lord.
Colin, he was making me feel uncomfortable.
So she doesn't like it, see? She doesn't like it. She's like immediately turned off. Meanwhile, Garrett, aka King Frick Boy, goes on an individual date with the blonde girl because she likes him for whatever reason. And they open up to each other on the date and everything, and it's going really well. And then he says this.
Actually meant a lot, and it shows that he's willing to prove himself to me, which is good.
Is it? Does it? Does it? Let's see.
With girls, when I open up to them, they're like, oh, okay. He's really willing to be like open, and all I'm really doing is just trying to let you really open your legs to me.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. So yeah, that is kind of a fun part of the show, is watching the dynamic between the Frick Boys and the nice guys and trying to figure it out, because we don't really know either, actually. They don't tell us. Unless the person themselves tells us, the show doesn't tell us who is who, so we have to kind of figure it out as well. With Garrett, it's obvious, dude doesn't have a nice or genuine bone in his body, but the other dude's kind of a toss-up, and the only time we actually find out is when they're eliminated.
I'm a F-boy.
Yeah, you are.
Well, now that I'm going, it's time to tell you, it's time to come clean. I'm an F-boy. Nikki Glazer is a great host, by the way. I think it was really smart of them to hire an actual comedian, because she's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of Ian Sterling from Love Island, but she actually like roasts them to their face, which is really funny.
Are you even trying? You look great, actually. I didn't know that GNC sold jewelry, but that's nice.
I think it's a good roast. I like it. It's a good joke. I don't know, it kind of provides a nice layer of comedic relief to distract you from the brain rot that you're getting by watching another fucking dating show on another tropical villa. I was also actually pissed before I started this show at the fact that it's called F-Boy Island, because it's just like how are you gonna name your show after something edgy like the term fuckboy, but then fuck it up by abbreviating it because the network says that you can't say fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's just like weird, but they took that and kind of continually poked fun at it themselves, which I appreciated. It kind of made it seem like, yeah, we know this title is fucking ridiculous, but it's like, you know, we just went for it anyways because it was funny. Like, during the eliminations, Nikki Glaser kind of purposely does this, like, over-exaggerated reality TV show character, and she writes super cheesy lines like this.
Andrew, Garrett P, nice guy, nice try.
Nice guy, nice try.
Peter, F-boy, F-bye.
Like, when they showed that clip in the trailer beforehand, I was like, that is the cheesiest line ever. But when you watch it like that, you pick up on the fact that she's like doing it on purpose. She's like, F-boy, F-bye. It's great. It's over-exaggerated. I don't know. It's funny to me. It's making fun of itself. That's a good thing. I'm gonna end this review with the best moment of this episode and the most embarrassing moment of this episode. I know I said that before, but this actually is the most embarrassing moment. The guy who whispered in the girl's ear and just got eliminated. Well, before, when he gets voted in the bottom 2 of that girl as a last-ditch effort to save himself, he reads a poem that he wrote to her. It's, strap in.
Get a chance to at least say something to you, and I wrote you a poem.
I mean, right away, it's, I wrote you a poem. I wrote you a poem. Why is he saying it up like that? I wrote you a poem. It's like, you can hear the nervousness in his voice.
What the fuck is he doing?
Agreed. Dunno.
Oh my gosh, yo.
When we fall off the path at times, it leads us to strengthen and sharpen our minds.
I mean, this is so, yeah. Agreed. This is brutal.
Some of these journeys we must take alone to find what we search for in a place that's unknown.
Why?
On the other side, it's calm and it's warm, because when we find love, we're no longer a storm. Garrett Powers.
Garrett Powers. That was me, Garrett Powers. So yeah, I mean, that's a fantastic ending. I wonder if they planned that or if someone wrote that or something like that, but that was honestly fantastic. They must have wrapped that first episode and been like, we have an absolute hit show here, boys. I want to see what the fridge guy does when he gets eliminated, you know what I mean? He just goes out there and is like, wow, I mean, who am I, really, you know? What is this show? I honestly forget where I am. I'm super high. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Make sure, so that I know, if you're a frick boy, hit the like button. But if you're a nice guy, you can write me a poem in the comments. All right. Later.